Stick to saving the world, kid.
Shazam, Fury of the Gods.
Well, I can actually say this. DC actually pulled a Sony. More they pulled a Amazing Spider-Man 2 by having the ending of the movie be in the trailer. DC, you're learning, but in reverse. What's going on, my YouTube subscribers? Hope you guys are having an amazing start to your weekend, because Shazam, Fury of the Gods is officially now in theater for you guys to watch and enjoy. I saw the movie for a second time, and now I'm like, time to do what I do best. Talk some spoilers, because I just like doing spoiler talk, spoiler reviews on shit, especially big movies, especially superhero movies. So let's get into what I couldn't talk about in the initial review, and that's the spoilers in the movie. There are things you could spoil in Shazam, Fury of the Gods, so that's what you click on the video for. So let's talk about it. We're going to go from the start of the movie to the end of the movie, including the 2 post-credit scenes. Yeah, there are 2 post-credit scenes in this movie. Yeah. Do they make sense? One of them's kind of like a, oh shit, where could they go with that? I guess nowhere, because this shit's going to be erased anyway. The second one was also just like, this will be like a follow-up to like the first post-credit scene in the first movie, and then it's still confusing as shit. I don't know. Anyway, let's get to it. Let's break down. Here we go. Spoiler talk. Shazam, Fury of the Gods. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. First of all, the movie opens up in an action scene. You know I love that shit. I love when movies open up in action scenes. It wakes me up. Like, oh, okay, the movie started. We're in this museum and stuff like that, and then you got out of nowhere, you see these 2 Spartans and shit. You're just like, some shady shit's about to go down. I can feel it in my funny bone. And of course, it gets revealed it's the daughters of Atlas, because it's like that staff. Daughters of Atlas, they bust it open and they get the staff and shit. And then they use their crazy god powers to pretty much just like the one girl, what's her name? Chaos. That's what they called her. They're the daughters of Atlas. Forgot what they were called. No, but not Helen Mirren's character, Lucy Liu. Was that her? Anyway, she pretty much just whispers in one person's ear like, unleash chaos. And that person jumps on another person, and that person affects another person. Next thing you know, the whole museum was just going crazy, wild and shit. That was like oh shit, this is some bad shit. And then Helen Mirren's character pretty much just like, okay, let me just do what I do. She just like takes all the statues and they disintegrate, turn to smoke, and turns everybody in the room into statues too, and they just fuck off. I was just like, okay, I love when movies can be like, these villains are super ultra powerful. Where is the Justice League? One thing I have to say, like, I usually don't think about this, but when I see these movies and I know it's a movie that's in a world where there is other heroes, you can't help but kind of get this like, this world cataclysmic event is happening in this movie. At least, where the fuck is Superman? Where is he at? Maybe getting recast it, I guess. Damn it, James Gunn. Then we get to the pretty much core of the movie where you got Shazam, played by Zachary Levi. He pretty much him and the other Power Ranger Lightning Force. They're like, okay, we're trying to live our own lives, do our own shit, but let's get together. You know, it's more for time. And they get to the part where you saw in the trailer where they saved the bridge, and that scene is pretty epic. And they're doing it to play by a hero, so that was like, oh, that's funny, kind of Guardian of the Galaxy-ish, but still good. It works for the Guardians, can work for the Power Rangers too. Save the bridge, but pretty much, you know, humans suck. So it's just like, oh yeah, they save the people, but the bridge is gone. So are they really the heroes that we need or deserve or want? And the core idea of this whole plot is the fact that Billy Batson, he's like, okay, I lost my family, I lost my mom, my dad, you know, I don't want to lose this family, I don't want to lose you guys, so I'm just holding on real tight. But the other Shazam kids are pretty much just like, I just want to do my own shit, you know, I want to go to college, I'm trying to hook up with this girl who's pretty kind of hot, I don't want to lose it. So it's like Billy has to learn the ultimate lesson of, you gotta let go, you gotta let them live their own lives, you gotta let them be their own people. It's like the same lesson that was in Scream 6. Is that the lesson of the month? Everyone just had to learn to let go. That's the theme. Ain't what to happen in John Wick Chapter 4. Someone's got to let go. And I'll be back there to let you know that's the theme. But ultimately, the daughters of Atlas, they get on the scene and pretty much just like, yeah, look, we want the powers that, you know, you got from the wizard, the Black Wizard. So give it back to us, and we won't fuck up the planet, or will we? Because that's also a thing. Like the villains, as much as they're kind of like not as fleshed out as you want them to be, like you're just thinking like you're still in kind of Marvel Kang mode where you're like, I want these villains to be like fleshed out. I want to know their motivations, I want to feel them. Yeah, we gotta remember this. Sometimes we gotta go back to the golden age of superheroes where it's like you knew the villains as much as you needed to know them, that yeah, they're bad guys and they're assholes, the superheroes gotta take them out deep as it gets. Because Helen Mirren's character is pretty much just like, yeah, I want the powers back, and we just want to, you know, rebuild our world tree or whatever to get the gods or something back. but we don't want to do it on Earth. But you got Lucy-Lou's character pretty much like, nah, fuck the human race. We're playing this on Earth, and we're gonna take their world like they took ours. Oh yeah, the villain shit. Yeah, pretty much they used that staff of power and shit, whatever it's called, that staff, and it can actually take God's powers away from people. So they zap the Blue Ranger, and he loses powers and shit, and then they pretty much take the powers of a couple of other heroes, and now the only person left with powers is Billy Batson. So it's up to him to have the power of heart to take him out. There you go. Action scenes leading up to it, stuff like that, those were good, because I saw this movie in Dolby for a second time, and I'm just like, the Dolby, when I say you feel sound, you feel sound. So when they were going through buildings and shit like that, and just like hitting the ground, the concrete, I was just like, this kind of reminds me of Man of Steel back in 2013. Like, I'm getting those feels, and that feels good. Again, gotta compare to Marvel. You got these action scenes and shit like that. It's cool, yeah, but we haven't seen, like, you know, like that raw DC feeling of people, like these gods just clashing, destroying buildings and shit like that. It's just incredible. It's crazy. It was kind of refreshing in that mark to feel that again, and Shazam did that. I can skip forward to like kind of the end of the movie if that's what you care about. Cause there's not really too much more to dissect in the middle half. It's pretty much just like, yeah, fight, lose our powers, bam, bam, save city, here we go. There was a good Skittles commercials in this movie, like a real good Skittles commercial, because the black girl who's Megan Good's character, they're like, oh, we gotta get us a unicorn and shit. So unicorns, they like sweets or whatever. This horrible looking unicorn gets ready to maul this little 8-year-old girl. I was like, Susie Carmichael, get out of the way. Then she just like throws the Skittles at the unicorn, and it all slows down like it's directed by Zack Snyder, and it's just like, oh, taste the rainbow. I was like, I don't know about you guys, but I'd go for a pack of Skittles. Wildberry, of course. And then we get to the end of the movie, more or less, where it's Shazam versus Lucy-Lou, and she's on that wooden dragon and shit like that. Things are going down, things exploding. And then we get to the typical cliche, like, oh, hero's gotta sacrifice himself in order to save the day. So Shazam, like, uses his lightning powers and kills the dragon and her by stabbing it to the chest. Yeah, Doomsday. We're going back to, you know, the old school level of DC. Kills the thing, blows it up, World Tree blows up, you know, the day is saved thanks to the Power Rangers. Of course, Shazam, Billy Batson dies, and then they bury him, and I'm just like, both the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, they're doing that? Oh, So I gotta remind back to my first time seeing it. When they buried him, I was just like, and he like was buried, like gone. I was like, that's a very interesting and bold choice, and I'm kind of glad they did that, because now it feels like the stakes are more higher in Flash next movie, because it's like, oh, these heroes really are dying, so now it's more of a reason to kind of reset shit, because there ain't no heroes left. No, it was just like, all the gods are gone. Nothing can repower the staff till you hear the, not all of them are gone. Then you hear the that's me doing my Wonder Woman thing, because I'm not getting a YouTube strike. No copyrights over here. Wonder Woman with all her wonder godness takes the staff, and she just points to the sky, and then Billy Batson comes back to life all Evil Dead style and shit, and it's just like, oh, I guess I'm back. Even though he's like, Wonder Woman, can you do that? She's just pretty much just like,
stick to saving the world, kid.
And that's your Wonder Woman cameo. It was in the trailer, so like, oh, well, I guess now he's back. Now the family knows that the Shazam kids are superheroes and life's good. And you got my man, the Wizard. He's back like, hey, what's your name again? Your name is Shazam. Yeah, it's big batch. He's over, and then we get to the post-credit scene. The first post-credit scene pretty much just is, I always get this wrong. Is it Peacekeeper or Peacemaker? Peace something. I'll say both. Pretty much you got the two characters from Peacemaker. They come, and they're like, hey, Shazam, we want to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative, so you want to join the Justice League or Justice Society, Justice something. Pretty much just like, sure, fuck yeah, whatever Wonder Woman's on, but why don't we, can we call it the Avengers Initiative? Can we do that? Not unless you want to get sued to shit by Kevin Feige. At the end of the day, Shazam Fury of the Gods was definitely a fun movie. It has so much action in it, not a lot of action, but the action-packed movie parts in it are definitely going to have you on the edge of your seat. Like I said, see this movie in IMAX or Dolby, and them hits are just like, oh, this is like Man of Steel. Fuck yeah. It does slow down in some parts, because it's like, if you're not keen on the whole family issue, family dynamic, you're going to be like, I don't care, whatever. I'm here for the action and the Shazam. That's what I'm here for, the Shazam. If Fury of the Gods is officially in theaters now, you're going to see it. I'm going to say you don't care about it, then why watch the video? Unless you just like hearing me talk about movies. In that case, thank you. See you guys in the next movie, and as always, subscribe. Until next time.